Hi everyone, my name is Peter Pakulski. Today we'll be continuing creating financial model of a truck from scratch. And today we'll be selling an old truck because our truck inside our financial model won't last forever. One day this truck will become an old one and we'll be making a decision to sell it. So we already created the algorithm which tells us that, for example, if the truck reaches 1 million miles, so we're going to buy a new one. But this means that at this moment we're going to sell an old truck, and we will create the automatic algorithm for selling an old truck. So what parameters do we need to create this algorithm? The first parameter is the selling price. Price of old truck. So let it be, for example, $50,000. And the second parameter, which is very interesting, this will affect on the amount of financing that we need, is how fast we're going to sell this old truck. So the speed of sale is also very important. So we can set up, for example, 0. This means that we will just sell this truck during the first month. So when it reaches 1 million miles, we sell it in 1 month, and that's it. In other cases, we will just, for example, set that it will take us 2 months to sell this truck, and we will create the algorithm that will play with all these inputs automatically. So what we need to create this story, we already created the block where we have the line describing the second, third, fourth, and so on purchase of this truck. So this line is for the first purchase when we start the business, and this line is for the second, third, and fourth purchase of the truck. And here somewhere we have one, for example, like this. This is the moment when we're going to sell an old truck. So this is the moment here we just purchased a new truck, and this means that inside from this point we're talking about the sale of old truck, and this is the moment when we start describing we must start describing the process of selling of an old one. So here we just have to look at two scenarios. The first scenario is very simple. Truck sale fast speed, let's say so. So we will just take 1 here, we will multiply this line on the price of an old truck, and extrapolate this formula. So this is the moment when we purchased a new truck, and inside this month we sold an old one. but this goes only with a scenario where we have 0 months during which we are going to sell this truck, so we just sell it momently. But for example, if it takes us 1 or 2 or 3 months to sell an old truck, so what we will do, we will create start selling old truck. We will create a line like this, and we will put the value of this line a little bit later. 1 month later we will displace this value. So here we just start displacing this story, and now we have to transpose these values inside timeline. I will show you how we can do that. Truck sale transpose. So these are 120 months of our horizon, planning horizon. So we will just place the 1 if this is equal to this, we will put this value, we'll put this value, otherwise 0. So now I will extrapolate this formula. So the next step, I'll be counting the months of selling an old truck. Here we'll be speaking about period. So the first month will be like this. We just put the value here. But here we will create the formula. If and this is equal to 0 and this is equal to 0, then 0, otherwise if this is 0, if this is more than 0, then we put 1, otherwise we will do like this. And now it's time for us to place the price of selling an old truck in this timeline. So how we will calculate that? So if the number of this month is equal to this value, then we will put this value. We will put this value, otherwise 0. So now we put our $50,000 in the correct moment, and what we will do now, we will create a total start selling old truck. Selling old truck. Selling old truck for several months. And we will create the total for this table. So now we have two lines, fast sale right on the first month. Then we have the second line for the sale when we it takes us several months to sell an old truck. So we have two values, and now we have to create truck sale calculation. Old truck calculation. What we will do if this value is equal to 0, then we will take fast sale. We will take this line. Otherwise we will take this line. So now, as you can see, we have we used the second value, the second line. So if we take, for example, if it will take us, for example, 0 months to start, we will use this line. But if, for example, it will take us 6 months, we will take this line. And what happens now? We've created the switch button between lease and leasing scenario and all funds, and old truck sale final. So if we have here an own funds, if we have all our own funds, then we will use this line, otherwise 0. So if we just use the leasing scenario, we will give the truck back to the dealer, and that's it. So now we have here a 0 because currently we are the leasing scenario, but if we select, for example, our own funds, when we buy the truck using our own cash, so here we'll be able to see the moment when we started the process of selling, and here we just going to sell an old truck. For example, if we are going to sell this truck a little bit earlier, for example on the second month, we will see the
displacement of this value to the left. If we sell this truck right on the month when we achieve 1 million miles, we just place here 0. Here is the first month when the truck reaches 1 million miles, and we're going to sell this. If we go to virtual odometer, you will see that inside this month we will reach 1 million miles. This is the moment when we start selling, and we sell right from on the first month. If we, for example, it will take us, for example, 4 months to sell an old truck. One, two, three, 4, and here we're, by the way, it is the revenue, so we mark it with green. If we, for example, using a leasing scheme, leasing scenario, we will see 0 there. So here we see leasing payments, down payments, and monthly payments, and here when we sell an old truck we have 0s because the truck goes back to leasing company. So in the next video we will talk about fuel consumption of the truck. If you find this video valuable, you may give us a like, subscribe our channel, share this video with your friends. Also, you can order financial model from scratch for your unique business idea. So see you next videos. Thank you and bye.